Hello everybody, my name is Niku and welcome to the Trading Setup channel where I share and explore various trading strategies with you guys. And more importantly, I also demonstrate how they work in practice. If you guys like what I do, give this video a like. And also, don't forget to join my free trading community on Telegram. You can join by clicking the link in the description or scanning the QR code on the screen. I'm always happy to welcome any new subscriber. Now let's head over to the platform and I'll show you guys something interesting. As always, we need to set up our platform before we can start flipping through some assets and see if we can pick up some entries. So I'm going to do the setup and explanation for you guys now, and after that we'll look for some trades. We're going to add 3 things to our chart today, and I'm going to walk you guys through that now. We're going to be adding 2 moving averages, and we're going to be adding the parabolic stop and reverse. So for our first moving average, we're going to do some changes. We're going to change the period to 6, and I'm going to make it a little bit thicker so we can see it more clearly. And then for our second moving average, we're going to change the value to 11. And again, I'm just going to make it a little bit thicker so we can see it more clearly. Then we're going to do a change to our parabolic. We're just going to change these values to 0.03 and 0.3. Now I like the cyan color for the parabolic, but it doesn't matter what color you make it, it's just something I like. So this is what we're going to be using. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure that our candle period is set to 15 seconds, and we're going to leave our expiry time on 1 minute. So what we're going to be looking for is assets that are trending. For example, we had this huge drop here. The price pushed back and broke the parabolic on this candle. My 2 moving averages were still pointing downwards. They didn't show any signs of almost crossing or anything like that. And shortly after that, the parabolic or price broke the parabolic on the bottom side again. And this will be our entry area. So as soon we're looking for corrections where the parabolic basically gets broken. Again, let's see if we can find another example. And this needs to be in a trending price, right? So we need the market to be trending already in, or at least be in an established trend already. We can see that, let me just switch this off quick. When price was moving up here, we can see that we had the moving averages were bullishly crossed over. My 6 was above my 11. We did a little dip back here, but then we pushed back up. And if you took a buy when that parabolic was broken, not on the close of the candle, when we use the parabolic, we take an entry as soon as it's broken. So your entry would have been there, and on a 1 minute trade that would have been good. And we had another one here as well, where we can see that the moving averages were turning back bullish, and we are already in an established trend, and we could have taken a buy there, and that would have been a good entry. So that's how we're going to use it. 1 minute expiry and 15-second charts. And we're gonna now flip through some assets and see if we can pick up some trades. Now that our platform's all set up and our indicators are added to our chart, we can start flipping through assets, see if we can pick up any trades. So the first thing to remember, what we're going to be looking for is an asset that's trending. This should be a buy actually. We're going to look for an asset that's trending. Clearly price is moving upwards, and now we can see that we had this little push up here. And this was a correction in the push where price broke the parabolic and then pushed back upwards. These are the ideal entries where the moving averages don't even cross and they stay bullish. But we did take one here because we did have a bullish crossover on the moving averages as well when we broke the parabolic again, telling us that this is also just probably just a correction, and that price should continue in the direction that it is moving at the moment, which is upwards. And we got in where we were supposed to, and we've got 10 seconds left on this. This is going to be a good entry, and we are done. 2 seconds, done. Fantastic. Okay, so this is a continuation strategy, And what we are doing is attempting to identify corrections in the trend, and if this correction takes place and it breaks the parabolic again, so the parabolic turns bullish, in this case bullish, because it's a bullish trend, we're just going to take entries in the direction that the price is moving already. We're not trying to predict that price will go up. We are simply following what price is doing, and that's a very small difference in thinking about it, but a crucial way of thinking about it. We cannot predict what price will do, but it's relatively simple and easy to, once you understand this, to simply follow what price is doing, and that's what we are doing. And that's the difference between a good strategy and a bad strategy. Let's see, we might get an entry on this. This could be a correction. For all we know, price can continue moving downwards. That's the reason we have the indicators on our chart. We're not just going to take a buy trade here because we think this is just a correction and price will continue upwards. We might get an entry here. If we continue and we break the parabolic, that tells us that it's likely just a correction and price will continue upwards. But we have to wait for that to happen. We're not going to try and predict that it's going to happen, because quite often people will say that yes, this is just a correction, I will get an entry, and they take a trade here, and then price just continues downwards, and then that's when people start saying, oh, it's a bad strategy, it's not working. Look, you see what I'm talking about. Now, if I did take a buy trade there, hoping or trying to predict that price will break the parabolic and give me an entry, I would have been on the wrong side of this. And there we go, it's broken. Now it's broken. This is where I get into my trade. I wait for my strategy to give me an entry, and then I get in, because now it's telling me that this is probably just a correction and price should continue upwards. And another thing also is that this close of this candle is higher than any of the closes here, and there's my bullish crossover on the moving averages confirming for me, and price just keeps pushing upwards. And this is the difference between predicting and following. It's impossible to predict what the next candle is going to do, for example, and a lot of people attempt to do that, and it's impossible. To this day, although many people has claimed that they can, I have not met a single person that can simply predict what price is going to do next. It's near impossible. I can't do it, but it's fairly simple to follow what price is doing, and this is what this strategy is for us. It shows us something that's happening. It shows us that price is continuing in a direction, and we're just simply getting in and following the current price movement. Very small difference in thinking about it, but it is crucial to understand that there is a difference between this. That was a good trade. Let's see if we can pick up one more. Start at the top of the list again. See if we can pick up one more, and then see what happens. So we are in a clearly upwards trend here, and price just came down to test this level here. Maybe I should draw it in. So this is some of the things I look out for while I'm trading. Just a little bit thicker. We can see that price came down to test this. So technically we didn't make a new low. We are still making new highs. And we're just going to wait now to see if we break the parabolic, and if we get... This is the reason we don't take entries on predictions. Okay, so parabolic is still bearish. If we break it now, we'll get have a bullish crossover on the moving averages as well. If price continues downwards through this, I'm going to switch to another asset, because now we're making new lows. And when we make new lows, it's basically the definition of a bearish trend. We've got a lower high, and if we get a lower low now as well, there we go, lower low. So this is turning into a risky buy trade for me. So I'm going to switch to another asset. Although this is it is closing up. Just see if we do get a bullish crossover before we break the parabolic, it might turn into a good trade. So if this candle breaks, we'll get in. Here we go, we did break. Bullish crossover on the moving average is confirmed. Price did end up breaking the parabolic as well, the resistance, and we should at least see price hit this level before it starts. If it does come down, it should at least hit, well, 0.9 before it comes down, starts coming down. And that's for the same reason that we had this other line in. We can say that this area roughly around here should be tested, because this got rejected, and so we should see price hit this before it really starts coming down. If it starts coming down, it might continue going, we don't know. So I don't know whether it's going to continue upwards or start coming down, but I do know that this was a trade opportunity, and there we go. Good entry. And that's how simple it is. You just need to understand that you need to wait for good entries. Understand that this is a continuation strategy, not a reversal strategy. So if you understand that we are trying to figure out whether corrections will continue or whether it's reversing, and that we do need to wait for good setups, do some practice it a little bit, and you should get decent results with this. I hope you all enjoyed this strategy, and I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget, I have a private community on Telegram, but I'm currently accepting people for trading education, guides, bots, and live trading with me. You'll find all of that in one place. Just send me a direct message and I'll send you an invitation. And along with that, a nice little bonus to help you get started on your trading journey. And all of this is completely free. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. And until then, may the pips be with you.